What's happening, everybody? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? As y'all, excuse me, as y'all pull up in here, like to let you know that the link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. The link is there for anyone who wants to pull up and ask a question. Anybody that want to pull up and share anything, just don't pull up and let no birds out of the cage. You hear me? Um, Shout out to everybody that been hanging out with me all weekend. We did a live. We did two lives yesterday. One yesterday during the day, and we just did a review on the week and looked at what is going on my screen. Y'all hold on. We went through and did a review on the week, and um, not only did we do a review on the week, we looked at the DR IDR ranges throughout the week. I think that was very effective for me anyway. Then last night after I had took a nap all day after I got off live, I wasn't sleepy, so I came back here and I decided to go back test the DR and IDR. I end up only going through a half of a week because Ninja Trader was tripping, got me frustrated, so I only did like 3 days. I felt like it was kind of productive. Got a chance to just sit down and back test and look at the price action. Shout out to everybody that hung out with me. Um, Speaking of hung out with me, if this is your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, welcome. If it's not your first time tuning in to Tim's Tidbit, I still want to say welcome and give you a nice hearty well, thank you for always pulling up the Tim's Tidbit and hanging out with me and my homeboy Spidey back here, chilling by the window. Oh, 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 oh. If y'all know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers. See, I get on Algo's internet every single day. Seem like Monday through Friday, do it twice a day, 9 a.m. Oh, somebody pulling up. Chief Motivation. What's cracking? I can't hear none of you saying. Unmute. Unmute. You trying to say something? You not trying to pull up? He looked like, I don't want to be on there. He looked like, I don't want to be on there. All right, Chief Motivation. My bad. My bad. Chief Motivation pulled up like, I don't want to be on there. Got me on Al Gore's internet. Shout out Chief Motivation with accidental pull up. Oh, man. I said, Chief Motivation, what up? When that man see the stuff on the screen, I said, that way you pulled up. That's what just happened. Hey, I needed that laugh. For real, I needed that laugh. I was a little child, man. I woke up at like 4 o'clock this morning. Couldn't go back to sleep. Hey. Hey, man. Hey, live on the internet. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know who I am and what I do. If you don't know who I am and what I do, if you pull up the description of the video looking at right now, you got several playlists where you can go back and look at the meat and potatoes of the gems that we do on a day-to-day basis. If you don't want to see her through all of the foolishness with me with the back and forth banter and my squirrel moments when I get off, you got an ICT playlist for the lingo. You got an ICT playlist for the price action. This just Lil Timmy Rogers breaking down the way I see it in my mind. For the lingo, you need to trade the strategies. How I find it in price action. Part 3 is coming soon, where it's going to be talking about strategies. I've been trying to think about how I want to do it, and I've decided that every video I do an overview. So in the overview video for the strategy section, I'm going to break down developing a strategy. And then the strategy we develop, we just gonna replace the PD arrays that we watching based off the strategy, instead of trying to go through and make videos coming up with all these intricate strategies. I'm just gonna go through the basic steps of developing a strategy. We're gonna and then develop a strategy, and then we're gonna plug and play the different PD arrays and look at different ways to trade those PD arrays based off the strategy that we build in the overview video. So that's the way I decided I'm gonna do it, and that'll be coming after Christmas. After Christmas sometime. I don't know if it's gonna be the week after Christmas. I don't know if it's gonna be the top of the year, but it's gonna be after Christmas when part 3 drop. And you can watch the gems from the live stream, where we take chunks from the live stream and put it in this playlist. So you ain't got to try to scroll through an hour, 2-hour live trying to find the gems. You just go there and be like, oh, them the gems from that day. Now, if I deem something to be a gem, it'll be in this list. If you own the live stream with us and say, hey, Tim, can you make this a gem? I want to go back and watch this piece. I'll chunk it out and put it in this list. That's what that list is for, right? If you want to download the slides or anything that we used in the ICT concepts, like the slides for it, if you go to any one of them videos, as you see what I just did, all right, let's back up. If you go to the link where it says any one of these playlists, click on one of those links, right? And then inside any of them videos, there, the very first link in the description says download slides. If you hit download slides, it'll take you to the Google Drive folder consisting of all the slides. You can download them for free, save them to your Google Drive. It has the PIM- chart, the ICT PD array chart, all of this stuff right here. You just save it to your Google Drives, right? We got a weekly goal calculator, and that shout out Robinson for putting in a handy dandy remix to it. This is far more functional. To change your start time, you just come in and change your date. Let's say if you're going to start at the top of the year, you'll say, okay, the week ending with 9 January or the week ending with 2 January, right? You say, okay, I'm going to start at the top of the year. So we're going to go with the week ending with 9 January, right? You'll go in there and put 1/09/23, boom, and then it updates the dates all the way down your sheet for you, right? Push you all the way out until 2024. It's going over a year. Your initial cash, you put in the amount of initial cash you got. If you got $200, boom. If you got $2,000, boom, it updates the sheet for you, right? If you say your weekly percentage 10% too lofty for you, you say, okay, I'm gonna make 5% a week. Boom, hit 5%. It updates the sheet for you, right? If you say the cash allocation, I don't want to put 30% aside. I want to put 25%. Updates the sheet for you. You say, I want to put more cash to the side, right? 37% updates the sheet for you, right? You do all your changes over here in this little blue area, right? Shout out Robinson for the functionality in the addition of the cash allocation column. Appreciate you for that. If you happen to not meet your goal that week, right? You adjust that in this column. So whatever week, like the week of the 10th, say you was supposed to make $114, right? But you only made $50 that week. Just go in there, type in your 50, how much you made. It updates your sheet for you, right? Remember, once you update that, you're taking the formula out, right? If you come in and you made more this week, you made $100 more than you were supposed to make. You just come here, you can hit plus 100, hit that right there, it update. Or you can just come in and type in that 236.69. However you want to do it. That's how you put in the extra or the less that you made that week, and the sheet automatically updates for you, and it'll show you at the end what you will have at the end, cash set aside, and total account value over there. Cash set aside, total account value, and the amount to reinvest. Right? Shout out Robinson for the fresh update of the sheet. All of that too. You go to file, make copy, then you save it either to your Google Drive or to your desktop, to your computer somewhere right there. See, you find your computer whenever this thing stop being slow, it'll be on there showing you your computer. It's spinning, it's going like Wi-Fi acting crazy. Save it on your computer if you want to, right? So get all the changes I made out of there. Out of there. Bing. And that's that. Bob's your uncle. Now, let's go ahead and get to what we I ain't see who was in the chat. Let me see who in the chat. I ain't holler at my people. I jolly pies. I ain't holler at my people besides Chief Motivation. What's up here to learn and share what's going on? Again, the link is in the chat. Hey, Chief Motivation, come here. That link right there. If you click on that link, you're going to get pulled up on the stage. So if you don't want to be pulled up on the stage, don't click that link right there. What's up, Stacks? What's going on, Marcia? What's up, Chief Motivation, once again? What's up, Kel? For you must be new here. What's going on, FC? Happy Sunday. Oh, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. What's up, Robinson? She look like they told me. That boy with Nino Brown, but say, I'm taking a whole lot of folk with me. I'm taking a whole lot of folk with me. That boy with Nino Brown. What's up, Sanjay? What's good, my guy? What's going on? Yes, early. Michelle Tucker. What's going on, Michelle? What's up, Regina? You remind me of a West Side Story. Ali the Goat. What's happening? What's going on, Ali the Goat? The update is in the slides or in Discord. You talk about the spreadsheet? That's the one right there in the slides. I don't know if he put it in Discord, but I haven't looked. But the one that was on the I already closed it. But the one that was in the yeah, I already closed it. But the one that I was just talking about that's in the Google Drive, that's the updated sheet. That's the updated sheet. The first one that I did, it didn't have the blue column over there. It didn't have the cash allocation. It ain't have all of that right there. He made and then the functionality of just putting in the date and it updated for you. All of that right there. He made all that. So I like that version better. That's why I tell people to download that one. But don't tell Robinson I gave him no credit. Don't tell him I gave him no credit. Let's get to it. Let's see what we got coming up this week on the economic calendar. Let's see what's going on for this week on the economic calendar. But at 4 o'clock in the morning, got you, boy. Nothing going on Monday. Nothing of great magnitude, should I say. Housing starts and permits on Tuesday. Given the environment that we in, this may create some kind of, I don't know why I just clicked that. Given the environment that we are in, this may create some volatility, but this typically doesn't create a lot of volatility for the market. But since we in this interest rate hike, Fed wanting the economy to pull back, you know what I'm saying? The housing really ain't did what everything else did yet as far as pulling back and getting beat down. So it may, but I don't know. I ain't gonna try to, predict the future, nothing like that. But this typically don't have like a super volatile effect on the market, like CPI or GDP or PPI, stuff like that. We got consumer confidence, existing home sales, and petroleum reports on Wednesday. We got GDP on Thursday. This is the final GDP, I think. This is the one. This one don't create as much volatility as the first one. So I think this is the final one. Yeah, this is the final one. This is for, yes, Q3 final. See that F right there? This is Q3 final. This one tends not to be as volatile as the first. You know what I'm saying? But if we had like crazy spikes or crazy dips in the middle of that quarter or toward the end of that quarter, then this one can create some super volatility. You know what I'm saying? But if it falls in line with what the Fed wants, then you know what I'm saying, it may or may not create a lot of volatility. But we getting it Wednesday, Wednesday, 22nd. We getting it Wednesday. Yes, Thursday. We're getting it Thursday. And as you see, it's for Q3 final. So the end of quarter three, which is September, right? It's September data. So that's September data that we get in December. We got August data back in November, and then we got July data back in October. The GDP is a quarter behind. It's a quarter behind when you get the GDP numbers, right? So the way I started doing it back when we was like in like July or August, when I figured out, hey Tim, you looking at GDP wrong. GDP is a quarter behind. It's not a month behind, right? So then that's when I started trying to pay attention to how much is the stuff going on around me during this time, right? So I'm like, how much is the stuff is like the food and the gas and the, you know what I'm saying, rent and stuff. I don't know about rent, but food and gas and stuff like that right there. How much I'm paying for stuff at the stores, clothes, all of that. How much is this stuff in August? So when October come, I can kind of have an idea of what the GDP number is going to be like. You know what I'm saying? How much am I spending more? You know what I'm saying? Is the stuff costing more? Are people spending more? Is it costing more? Is it costing less? Are we spending less? So I can kind of have a feel for what the GDP gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? So then we coming up here on September data. You know what I'm saying? Like I know in September, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning of September, I was noticing like the gas and stuff was kind of trying to creep back up. And then toward the middle to the end of September, all the way up until like now, the gas and stuff had pulled down and like leveled off. It was like hanging out at like $2 and something, just under $3 where I stay. And then when it got closer to like the end of November and December, it dropped down to like the mid $2, like 250, 260. You know what I'm saying? It was like tapering off a lot. So I was like, okay, so the November and December data that's going to be coming out next year, you know what I'm saying? The headline should be coming down because the headline include like gas and all of the energy and all of the energy and food. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, with the gas prices dropping down in like November and December, October, you know what I'm saying? That first quarter GDP numbers we be getting, the headline should be coming down, but that's what I should be watching. I can't remember what it was like end of August, early September, but I know around September it tried to go up and then it started coming down. So we're gonna see how it play out this week when we get our GDP numbers, right? If I'm remembering correctly, they tried to act like they was gonna bump, then they started coming back down again on the gas. So we'll see how. And then I can't remember how much the food was costing back then because I was doing a horrible job tracking it. I was just halfway tracking it. But and then Friday we got durable good orders, PCE, I mean non-farm payroll, and then new housing sales. Yes, non-farm personal income outlays. I think that's non-farm payroll. I don't know. Yes, no PCE. I had it right the first time. PCE. When I said PCE the first time, I was right the first time. PCE is Friday. So we got some big information this week. GDP huge. PCE huge. Consumer confidence. That's a big one. We got some big news events coming out, right? So if we are going to get if we're going to get our Santa rally, it's going to be heavily dependent on this data right here. This data gonna be a heavy influence on if we get that Santa Claus rally or not. If this stuff come in line with what the Fed want, we got the potential to get a nice Santa rally, right? Because I'm thinking next week probably not gonna be a lot of volume coming up after Christmas in the last few days of the year. Might not be a lot of volume going on that last week. So if we're going to get that Santa Claus rally, it's going to be heavily dependent off this information right here. So let's go to the charts and prepare our charts and see what we gonna expect out of the market. The market. Let's go over to the ES. We already on the ES. The ES. Clean all this off, clean all this off, clean all this off, clean all this off, clean all this off. Let's start back over, clean all this off. Let's start back over, clean all this off. Let's look at the it's the middle of the month. Let's look at the look back before we get started. Let's look at the look back before we get started. The look back before we get. For anybody who don't know what the look back is, this concept, idea, thing, whatever you want to call it, that I get from ICT. You have your vertical line, which is your anchor point. That's where you want to start your look back from, right? So in this case here, we had it on the 1st of December, the first trading day of December, right? And then you have a 20-day look back line, a 40-day look back line, and a 60-day look back line, because per ICT's training, if the looks back up to 60 days back, equivalent to roughly 3 months, roughly 1/4 of trading, the algos look back if the intra intrabank price delivery algorithm. I think that's what he called it. Intrabank price delivery algorithm, IBDA. I think that's what he called it. But if it's not intrabank, I can't remember what I mean, but I know it's price delivery algorithm, right? So it looks back roughly over a quarter, and then you anchor it to the time where you're going to start. When we did it at that time, we anchored it to the first of the month. Wake up. Right. So we anchored it to the first of the month, and from the first of the month where we anchored it to 20 days back, we didn't have any highs 20 days back. We had a low 20 days back, right? We had a low 20 days back. We had order block 20 days back in the 20-day back range. We had a daily fair value gap in a 20-day back range. So these were the PD arrays that we had below price. Price at that time was here, just say at 4109. Price at that time was at 4109, right? So we had a fair value gap here below price. We had a prior low, had 2 prior lows below price, a daily fair value gap below price. We had an order block right here below price. We had this humongous breaker right here below price, right? And then another prior low below price, and then a daily mitigation block right there below price, right? So that's all the stuff we had below price 20 days back, right? And then I ain't gonna worry about going 40 days back and all that, because you can see all that. Not going to insult anybody's intelligence, but you just look for all of the PD arrays in those ranges back, right? So you look at all the PD arrays and those ranges back, right? So and for the 60-day look back for all of this right here, it that actually encompasses our monthly box that we was looking at. This high in the 60-day look back was our monthly box top, and this low on October 13th was our monthly box bottom. Our, you know what I'm saying, our dealing range, you know what I'm saying, from the low to the high, that was our monthly box top and bottom, right? So now we have come back down, and as you see, we closed right at equilibrium on Friday at our monthly box. We closed right at equilibrium after coming down and get from the first up until the 16th. We traded down, took out sell side liquidity, right? We took out the first sell side liquidity. We went through the first fair value gap that we were watching, took out the sell side liquidity. So we came straight sell side, took off, delivered to buy side, right? Delivered to buy side, hit this rejection block and turned around. So we took sell side, delivered to buy side, hit that rejection block and wick back down, right? So again, algo saying, I want to go that way, but not quite yet. So took sell side, took buy side, wick back down, right? So after wicking back down, we pushed down, took sell side again. So we took out sell side here, right? Came down to the mitigation block, filled in the fair value gap we was watching, got the wax on for the fair value gap, hit the mitigation block right there. Boop. So mitigation block has been hit, had a slight reaction off of it. Now we're at equilibrium and we still have this order block, right? I'm going with the order block still active because of the PIM-dash chart. When algos are selling off, order of operation, order blocks get hunted out. Mitigation blocks get hunted out before order blocks do. So since we came down, we touched the top of the order block and we touched 50% of the mitigation block. I'm saying, hey, mitigation block got hit off of this reaction. So now turn my attention to the order block. So I'm saying the order block is still active. Just keep in mind that we got these up close candles right here, consecutive candles, and this high did not break that low. So I'm watching these consecutive candles right here, but I'm just basing the mitigation block based off the body of this last up close candle. And then we got another order block down there. So we came up, this order block touched that order block. So this one right here, strengthens this one in my mind. Whenever I see we come down and we set an order block, right? We hit this fair value gap and we came back and we got an order block coming off of another order block there, and you take off with all of that aggression. Now we coming back down. I expect this order block to hold, right? We hit the mitigation block, we tap the order block. I expect this order block, even if we came down a little and got into it, I expect this order block to hold just because it's based off of another one. It's coming off of another one. So I expect it to hold. Will it hold? I don't know. But just based off the price action, that's what it's showing, because it's below equilibrium in the discount, right? Right. So we came down, we ran sell side here, took it back to buy side and wicked off, right? Once we took the buy side and came back, now we've come back down, right? Took sell side again, hit our equilibrium, and now we've pulling down into a discount, right? So once we hit that discount, after running this sell side, I expect us to go back to attack buy side somewhere. We took the sell side, got down into the discount. Now that's another reason why I expect this to hold, to go back and attack buy side. Can we keep coming down and take this sell side? Yes, we can. We can do that. But right now, the market is bullish coming into the beginning of the month. The market was bullish coming into the beginning of the month. It's still in the bullish uptrend, right? Coming into the beginning of the month. And now we're retracing back down, taking care of these gaps. So it's still bullish price action. The price action won't turn bearish until we come down and get a closure below this swing low right here. Then the price action will turn bearish for me. Even though when we checked it the other day, right? Even if we did come that low, right? Even if we did come that low and break this low, right? And come to say we broke this low and came all the way back down to this order block right here, even though we already touched it, that will still give us an OTE entry, because anything from the 62 to the 79, that's an ICT OTE entry, right? That still would be an OTE entry. But for me, if we came down and took out this sell side down here, that would give me more of a bearish tone, right? But I still think the price action is showing a bullish trend because we were being bullish, right? We were already bullish coming up into December, right? We got over the first couple weeks of December, we got to pull back. That's in alignment with historical data. First couple weeks, you pull back. Second 2 weeks, you go up. That's in alignment so far. It's playing out with historical data, right? We came up to a premium PD array. We came up to an extreme premium, hit this PD array, this order block. It did its job. It blocked price. We pushed back down. We took out sell side, right? We took out sell side, external sell side on the daily, delivered it to external buy side on the daily, right? Pulled back in, took out external sell side again on the daily, and now we're at a mitigation block and an order block. Now, we do got a fair value gap above us. The only thing you got to watch is, will we blast through this fair value gap and go up, or will we hit this fair value gap and proceed down? That's the only thing you got to watch going into next week. If we start off next week flying up, I'm gonna be like, let's see what happened. Are we just gonna give us a ridiculous bullish week, or will we get set up with the okie doke and no Santa rally and get a typical bearish week? Well, Tim, what is a typical bearish week? Just like we got last week, Lil Timmy Rogers, on Monday and Tuesday, we went up and set the high of the week and then sold off Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That's a typical bearish week. Monday or Tuesday, set the high, sell off the rest of the week. Monday, we went up. Tuesday, we set the high. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we sold off. Now, if we come back in with a bullish week, right, where between Monday and Tuesday, we set the low of the week, right? We don't even have to break this low. We could pop up on Monday, hit this fair value gap, right? We'll just say Monday, if we get like a slight gap up or something, just something crazy, get a slight gap up, right? Or even a mean gap up on Monday, whatever, do something crazy, right? Push up into this fair value gap, get a turnaround Tuesday, set a new low, and then take off. That'll still be setting a low on Tuesday and going up. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say we just got to wait to see what the market give us, because right now we are still in the middle of the road. We're still in the middle of the road because we closed right here at equilibrium for our monthly box. So on the overall monthly time frame, we're in the middle of the road. For the week, we're in a deep discount because the week opened here, the week closed there, and that's what price is. So in the week, we're in a deep discount on the week, and on the daily, we're in a deep discount on the daily. But on the monthly, we are at equilibrium. And as we checked the other day, from the yearly standpoint, from the August high, right, the algos were consolidating right at equilibrium from the yearly standpoint, right there. And hey, look what I just noticed. When we dropped right here in August, look where it bounced at. What eventually became equilibrium, right? And then if you notice, we came down and we kind of consolidated a little bit, bounced back up to this PD array, came back down, consolidated a couple of days, dropped down, consolidated a couple of days below it, then dropped down. And then what we was talking about with the fib extensions, if I'd have thought about that back then, we could have ran the fibs there, right? I probably would have set it to something. Let me unlock this right here. I probably would have set it to something like this right here. Come to the bottom right? Somewhere around the bottom of this candle's close, or at the close of this candle here on the 31st, or the open of this candle here on September, because that's where, boom, it price stopped right there and consolidated. And then over here, it opened up again after consolidating there. So that would be like, to me, that would be like the middle of the range. And I try to line it up with the open or close of a candle. So I would have lined it up there. And then look what that would have put us at. That would have put us very near the body bottoms of this rundown right there, right? And look there, we look straight across from there. Look where it consolidated again, right in that same area, right? Right in that same area. So we had came down. This ended up being equilibrium on this leg down, right? And so now we're pushing back up. Now we're pushing back up, and we consolidate in there again, right? That's why I say it's the price action still looking bullish. We're pushing up, consolidating there again, coming back down, taking care of this gap work, getting right here in this order block, and it has the potential to move. But we got to wait to see what the algos give us right with this little area right here, because we are still in the middle of the road. We're in the middle of the road on the yearly move, because from here all the way down, that's the 2020 bear market drop, right? So we got the 2020 bear market drop, right? Looking at the 2020 bear market drop, come over there, right, to the low, right? That's the entire bear market drop right there, right? Our monthly box top puts us roughly back at equilibrium, close enough for government work. We take out that buy side up there, that puts us at no, come back here. What are you doing there? That puts us at equilibrium right there, right? If we take out that buy side, that'll be equilibrium of the overall entire year, right? We got in sync with the algos the other day because we saw this consolidation right here. So we went to the low, and then we ran our fibs up until 50% lined up with that to the high that made the most sense, which was that high right there, the August high. So we like, okay, this is the price leg that the algos are working on, and it all makes sense. Why? Because for the entire yearly leg down, the bear market drop, right? You got the entire price leg, right? Then you can break the price leg down into that section, this section right here, right? That's one piece of the leg. We gotta rally. We can break it down to this piece of the leg right here. Come over to the end. Don't worry about that little dip, little stop run, right? You got this piece of the price leg right here where we got a little rally, had a little breaking market structure right there, which turned out to be what? A turtle soup, because we came up, broke market structure there, and then we sold off again, right? So that gave us this piece of the price leg here. All this is still connected to the top, right? Then we rallied that piece there, right? We had another turtle soup right here where we broke out and then dropped down again. We just gonna go all the way down to there. Now that we got all these price legs here and we're reversing this right here, that breaking market structure, that wasn't a turtle soup, right? We broke market structure, stop. This breaking market structure right here, we trying to find out, is this a turtle soup? But this don't have turtle soup tendencies. Why? Because we consolidating for a long time. We've consolidated there. We've been in that range there for 24 days. We've been in that range for 25 days. Let's just say 25. From this big candle here to this last candle there, we've been in this range dealing with this high for 25 days, right? With the turtle soups, we usually reverse relatively quick, like this right here. Come down, we went up, broke that high, right? And then sold all the way back off. We didn't stay up that long. We was up there for 2 days. 1, 2, but the next day we started dropping. I give it 2 days, right? We came down here, right? Consolidated there, came down, went up, broke above this high, right? And we stayed up there 1. I give it 2 days, even though that's really 1. It's just a swing high right there. It's really 1, but I give it 2 days. Then we sold off again. You know what I'm saying? We sold off again. So the turtle soups usually go very fast, right? We came up here, came down, broke the high, came back down, bounced, broke the high again, right? So this wasn't a turtle soup. So that showed a sign of reversing, right? Higher high, right? Didn't get a turtle soup, another high, didn't consolidate it, didn't get a turtle soup, another high, came back down, consolidating a little bit, another high, push back down, and now we're coming down into this gap work, right? So this consolidation here rules out the turtle soup theory, right? I'm talking about all this on the fly while I'm looking at this with y'all, just in case y'all don't know. If y'all think I sat down and put a lot of thought into this right here, I'm just reading the candles right now and telling you what I'm thinking. so don't think I sat down and put a whole lot of thought into this before. I'm just reading the price section right now while we on here together. I started all this out just looking at the look back, and then I started running my mouth and I went to reading this novel. I be reading the candles like a novel, man. I be reading them like a novel. I love doing this, so I just sit down and just be reading the candles, and I'm reading out loud. I feel like, when you go to class and you be like, llama, red pajama, llama calling for his mama, llama, mama said in the bed, llama. That's how I feel. I see y'all saying something on here. What y'all talking about? Let me see. I clicked on the slides. I'm not seeing the new version. No, not the slides. He did a new version of the spreadsheet. Not a new version of the slides. He did a new version of the spreadsheet that I had open. The one that said Robinson Remix. What's up, Gabriel? What's going on? Oh, yeah, they're watching that Falcons game. Currency, did you scroll down to the bottom of the slides to see 2 Excel sheets? Okay, so we're talking about. Okay. The rally was to the downside. Okay. I got SQQ April 65, hoping to revisit the low of the year. Hopium is a very powerful drug. Never hope something's going to do something. Look at the price action and look for the highest probability, right? Look for the highest probability. So you don't never get into something and hope it's going to come here, right? If you get into something, base it off the fact that you say, okay, we selling down, right? Right? We coming down. We got a lot of traffic to get through. If we get a break in market structure right here, then I will get some SQQ or some QQQ puts to come to this sell side liquidity right here. All right. If we get a closure below this sell side liquidity right there, if we get a closure below this sell side liquidity, then the market is showing me I want to go this way now. So the highest probability is to the downside, right? The highest probability is to the downside. Now, ain't nothing wrong with going short from up here and playing it down to these lows, playing it down to this order block, playing it down, you know what I'm saying? Going short up here and playing it down there, and then shaving or managing to keep runners to see how far it go. I applaud that. But to get in and say, I hope we go down there, hopium is a very powerful drug. I am not seeing the updated spreadsheet. All right. If you go to the video, to the link in the description of the video that we watch, be quiet. If you go to just go to the any one of the ICT playlists, right? Go to any one of the videos. You know what? I'm going to put it in the chat right now. Copy this link. That link right there that says download slides. I'm putting it in the chat right now. Cheese and rice. Why did that come out so big? Let me go to it because that, I don't know what that was there. Okay. Copy link. Okay. Boom. That link right there that I just put in there, it'll bring you here to this folder right here. If you scroll all the way down, you should see one that says, hold up. You should see the bottom one down that says Weekly Goal Calculator Robinson Remix version 2. That's the one I'm talking about right there. What's up, Stacks?
What up? What up? I got it now.
Oh, you got it now?
Yeah. I had to go to your playlist in order to access it, but I see you just moved it over to this main slide folder. So thank you.
Oh yeah. And somebody else has said the same. Okay, I think she got it too. Yeah, I think she got it because some Marissa or somebody had said they couldn't find it. But then she said I clicked the download slides link and only see when it opens, not the updated version. For real? She said she clicked the link. How about now, Marcia? Got it. Okay, she said she got it. All right. Now, what was I reading before? Where was I at? Slide. SQQ. Yeah, that's where I left off at. Slides. Must go to the playlist. It's a different set of slides compared to the original list. Playlist. Okay. I got it. Thanks. Okay. December 15th, breaking market. So I'm thinking retrace to the breaker 390, then go down to 3800. Let's check that out. Michelle Tucker. Okay, so you said December 15th, breaking market structure right here. So Michelle looking at this breaking market structure right here. Right. All right. Michelle looking at that breaking market structure right there. Then she say thinking retrace to the breaker right here. All right, retrace to the breaker right here. And then drop down to 3800 right there. Back at the order block right there that I was talking about right there. And hey, that'll still play into the bullish price action. Still, because we still won't have a closure below this right here. That'll still play into the bullish price action, that we still won't have a closure in this right here. But if we start pushing past this order block, right? If we push past, we already touched the mitigation block and reacted, right? If we just take off, hit this breaker, sell back down to 3800 like Michelle said, right? That's still bullish price action, right? I'll take that. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at that. Hit the breaker, right? Even feel the fair value gap at the breaker. I even take that. Feel the fair value gap at the breaker. Excuse me. Come back down 3800 right there. Boom. 3800. Boom. That puts us at the what's name? But if we come to 3800, we got these equal lows right here. So you already know how Lil Timmy Rogers feel about the equal lows. So let's get below it at 38.75. That still, even if we stop there, that still gives us this. That'll still be a OTE entry pullback from here. Like if you go from the entire leg up, right? because just like on the year down, the algo tends to break its, you know what I'm saying? It tends to break its move down in different sections of the price leg, right? Let's inspect the price leg going up, right? So going up, we went up and we pulled back. That's one little section there. On this pullback right there, we went over 50% down. We had over a 50% pullback. Did we get 50%? Yes, we came right to equilibrium right there, right? So on that piece of the price leg down, we came up, came down to equilibrium. We just walked through this just to see, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to prove me right. I ain't trying to prove nobody else right. We walking through the price action to see exactly where we at based off what everybody's seeing, right? So we went up, we pulled back, came like 50% of this piece of the price leg back to equilibrium. Pang out, got the pang out, right? Right. Set another piece of the price leg where we pulled back, right? On the entire piece of the price leg at that time, we came back to equilibrium, right? On this piece of the price leg, we came back to a deep OTE entry on this piece and on that piece. So we then came to equilibrium on this piece here. We came to a deep discount on this piece here, right? Pang out, took off. Got another piece of the price leg. So on the entire price leg up, we just now coming back down close to equilibrium on the entire price leg up, right? We're just, well, no, this the entire price leg up right there. That's the entire price leg up there. So we just not coming back to equilibrium on there. But for this piece of the price leg, right, we never came back to equilibrium for this portion of the price leg there, right? But from this piece, we never came back to equilibrium yet. We still consolidated, made a new high, right? For this piece, we didn't come back to equilibrium, right? Made a new high, right? So leave it anchored there. Boop. Now for this piece here, we are down. We're now getting into a OTE entry on this piece of the price leg there, right? The piece that we never came back here. Over here, we didn't come back. Over here, we didn't come back. And now that we up here, we've come back to the discount and we had an OTE entry for this section of the price leg, the second half, if you will, of the price leg. We had an OTE entry, and for the entire price leg up and down, we're right at equilibrium. We stopped at equilibrium. If we come into this order block, right? If this order block and mitigation block do their job, that's a place to buy, right? That'll be a place to buy. And right now, the place to sell was up here. This was the area to sell for me. This was the area to sell because now we're pulling back. The fight was up here. The start of the fight was here. Now we in the middle of the fight. So this is the time when I said it's the time you want it to, you don't want to hope down here. You want to buy up here, shave here, and leave runners to see how far they go, right? Shave here, shave there, move your stop just above this breaker and fair value gap right there. So if we do bounce, it just gets you out if it blows through this. But if this does its job and hold, you got your stop above the breaker, above the fair value gap. You can even sit it, you know what I'm saying, either right at the top of the high of the breaker. Right there, you can sit it at the high of the breaker. That clears you of the fair value gap and the breaker and any over push that he push up to the high of that breaker. And then your runners can still be safe to, if it decides it want to keep sliding or if it want to hit this fair value gap and slide down some more, you still safe in there, right? Because we still in an area where it can go either way. I'm saying it's still showing bullish price action, but it's still, and like I said, it's still in the area it can go either way. Because this part of the price leg, we have revisited discounts and equilibrium, but the second half of the price leg right here, where we came up and got that deep pullback, this piece of the price leg, we're just getting back to an OTE entry. Right, we're just getting back to an OTE entry, and for the overall price leg, we're just getting back to equilibrium. So we are still in the middle of the road. But I like that what Michelle talked about, because we do have a breaking market structure, right? We got a breaking market structure to the downside, right? We coming up to some PD arrays, right? And then I like the fact of, okay, I see this is coming back to this breaker and selling down, right? Will we get the sell down that far? Will we get it that far? I don't know, right? This right here would not line up with seasonal tendencies. Not saying that it can't happen, right? What would line up with seasonal tendencies? I'm gonna leave that there, right? And because I like that. That's cool. We can do that. Forget about the Santa Claus rally. We can do that and still be, you know what I'm saying, be bullish because we in the OTE entry, right? But what I would like to see, let's change the color of these right here, is we come back to that breaker or that fair value gap right there, right? We come back to that breaker or that fair value gap. Right? Come back down here like this right here. Right? Come back to the breaker or the fair value gap, making this right here order block. Right? Blast off. Come up here, making this right here order block. Come back to the order block right there. Boop. Right? Then we Santa Claus rally and finally take out that buy side liquidity up there. Finally take out that buy side liquidity up there. Now, if we come here, sell back down to 3,800, right? That's going to take a whole lot of work to get back up there. So, and the reason why I said if we come down to this area here, I was saying like the closure below this low, but now let me show why I say if we come down to this area there, using Michelle theory of the 3,800, right? Now, we've exerted a whole lot of energy to come down, and we've broken away from the consolidation to the downside, right? Like when we came above it, right? We pulled back into it. We ran buy side, right? Pulled back down, delivered it to sell side. So we took the buy side out above it, delivered it to the sell side, right? So now that this sell side is taken out, right? You anticipate it to run back to buy side. If we don't run back to buy side, right, we come to that mean the premium PD arrays are resisting. They're doing their job, right, and push us down further and make a new low. Now, looking at the arrows, you know what I'm saying, just pretend all these arrows, right? So we come down here, right? That gives us calls to come up, tap that high, change that back to red. That gives us call to come. So we come down, up, down, tap that high right there, take out that buy side, and then run it back to sell side. See what I'm saying? That's giving us calls to continue down. You see what I'm saying? Like we come up, came over here, we tap that buy side, took it to sell side, right? If we come up, fail to take out this buy side up here and come down and take out this sell side again, right? The premiums are doing their job. So then that's setting us up to come back up and take out buy side or come up to another premium PD array and fail. You see what I'm saying? Take out buy side, take it back to more sell side, right? That's what that would set us up to do. That's why I was like, if we come down here, taking out this sell side, taking out this sell side, after taking this sell side out and not delivering it back, then that's why I was like, that would switch me to bearish, because we blowing through support PDAs and taking out sell side. Like when you're in a sell program, if you take out buy side, you run away from it quick, and then sell side and sell side PDAs and sell side liquidity is constantly being taken and staying, right? If you're in a buy program, you want to see the sell side hit and jump up off it, and then the buy side staying, right? So if we come down here, push back up there, and come back down to 3,800, breaking this low, it's starting to look real bearish for me. Not saying that it's got to, because again, that still puts us in an OTE. You see what I'm saying? That still puts us in an OTE if we came down here and broke this low. That still puts us in an OTE price range, right? So trade what you see, and remember, discipline over dollar. I love the interactive. Hey, Michelle, get off my screen. I love the interaction with the conversation. I love the interaction with the conversation. You were saying that hopium is a powerful drug. Oh yeah, that's what. Yeah. That's what I appreciate that. 37.87 relative lows. Yep. The Grinch stole Christmas. Santa ain't coming. Michelle. Powell equal to Grinch. I don't know, man. Powell wasn't talking too Grinchy the last time he was on TV. He wasn't talking too Grinchy. No, he was not. Now let's go ahead and update these charts, man. Start running our mouth talking about what we supposed to do all that after we update the chart. Since we done did all that now, guess what? We ain't gonna do it after we update these charts. We done did all of that probability. Oh man, I need that line. We done did all that probability, so we ain't gonna do no probability after we update the charts. We did it in reverse today. Let's go over here and move the PD arrays to where we are now. Move to this date right there. And 20 days back, we have no high. We have prices here. So 20 days back, we have a daily order block. Oh man, how did I do that? Okay, so 20 days back, the low we at now is the lowest low 20 days back we at. So we, like I was saying, we at an extreme discount right now. Where we at? Where's this low at right here? 38.85.25. Come here. Wait a minute. 38.55.25. Where did I get 85 from? Where did I get 85 from? 38.55.25. And of course it won't give it to me. Of course it won't give it to me. Wait a minute. Why does that line look so short? Why does that line look so short? Because there's not 25. Because there's not 25. What happened to that line? God dog it. Come here. 318 plus 20. 318 plus 20. 318 plus 20. No, 299. Oh, that's right. That's the beginning. That's the end. Let me see. So that's the beginning. That's the end. 299. It is. So why does it look so short? Man, no, maybe just the way I'm sitting. This for some reason this line just looks shorter. It is a bit shorter. I know y'all like Tim. Just forget it. But why does these look different? I say 319. All of that. All of that. I told you, hey, boy, once I lock in on something, I can't leave it alone. I can't leave it alone. Okay. 40 days back. We don't have any highs 40 days back. Um 40 days back. Got that low there. And 60 days back. We don't have any highs 60 days back. All right. So the lowest low is our box bottom right now. Okay, so the only high that we got left that we haven't taken from our 60-day back when we first started is our box top. Right now, the only that's the only PD array above our box. Then we got some PD arrays above it here that we'll mark out later. But let's go up to the monthly and see where we at after since we done did all that talking. Now let's go to the monthly and see where we at on the monthly level. Let's go back. Let's go way back. Let's go way back. And being up all night with a spider gang. Nah, I hope for a Santa rally. If we get one, it will be after Christmas. Who knows? GDP will be released on Thursday. News Trump's chart. Exactly. Now I said the Santa rally gonna be dependent on all this news we got. All this news we got. So here we are. So here we are. All right. So looking at the monthly right now. On the monthly level, the nearest high still the September high from price. Price now is here. That's our monthly high. So we're gonna leave it at September. We're not gonna move it because our box bottom is still gonna be the same. Right. Let me hide my IPTA. So our box bottom is still gonna be the same. That's the low that we had. So we're still in that same range. So we're not gonna adjust the monthly box any. We're not adjusting the monthly box any. We're going with October's low. All right, we're going with October's low. Monthly box bottom. And we're going with September's high. Because we have not gone outside of that box yet. So that's why I'm choosing to keep the September high and the October low. Because since that time we've traded. We did a lot of trading from October up until December, but we still haven't bust outside of the box yet. So we're going to keep the monthly box the same. Just peeking at what we've done on the monthly level. We've come down, made new yearly lows, right? Made new yearly lows, hit the PD arrays down here on the filled in this monthly fair value gap there, reacted off of it, pushed up, stopped right at the wick of this monthly order block, filled in the monthly fair value gap, um, took off, blasted up, right? Blasted up. Didn't break the high of this candle right here. Broke the body, but not the high. So I'm not gonna call that an order block because we didn't break the high. We did have a nice move up, but we didn't break the high of that. So I'm not looking at that as a monthly order block until we break, you know what I'm saying, at least twice the size of that body up here. If we get up here to this order block right here, then I would look at that as a order block. Oh, I'll look at it as a bullish order block. So for right now on the monthly, that's all I want to mark. That's all I want to mark. This high broke this low, and once we push back past that, this high broke this low. So once we push back past that right there, then we'll have a breaker set up. All right, we'll have a breaker set up. That order block would be a breaker. Right. No, here. That'll be the breaker there. I'm sorry. I misspoke. So this would be the breaker right here because that high broke this low. So that would be the breaker right there once we get up above that August high. Right there. I jalapenos. Bop down to the weekly. Bop, bop, bop to the weekly. Bop, bop, bop to the weekly. We're gonna go with our week right here. This is the week we're gonna go with. We're at the bottom of the week, but that's what we're going with because this is the closest weekly low to price, and this is the weekly high. It's the highest weekly high that we haven't broken to price. So we're going with our weekly from last week. Bop, bop, bop to the left. Bop, bop, bop to the right. Go to bop, bop, bop to the left. Bop, bop, bop to the right. Okay, so on the weekly above price, we have an order block here, a 2 candle order block on the weekly. All right, so marking out the weekly order block here. Let's put the template order block weekly. We got a bearish weekly order block right there. And then let's check this on the fibs to see where the mean threshold is for that right there. So since the mean threshold of the entire order block is right there at the bottom of that one there, I'm just going to mark out this top candle here and keep in mind that the mean threshold of this entire order block is the bottom of the order block for the last up close candle. All right, so so above price. Let me see here. Right. This right here. Let me see. Got a super long wick, so just want to verify that. Yes, that was a news wick. It was a news wick right there. I just want to verify, make sure that was that really long news wick, and that's what it was. So yeah, I'm gonna keep that order block there. I just want to verify on a daily if this long wick right here was from that news wick, and it is. So I'm gonna keep that order block there. All right, weekly above price, above price. So all right, prices here. All right, we already got the high mark. We got that high mark. We got that order block mark on the weekly above price, um, below price with the IP to look back 20 days back. We have only thing we have is a prior low. We got a prior low here, which is weekly sell side, but it's external sell side, right? So we got we got external sell side here, and this right here is external sell side. So I ain't bothering marking that out on the weekly because it's outside of our weekly box right now. If you want to mark it on your chart, feel free to, but um, until I need to move this low all the way down there, then I ain't worried about like I ain't marking nothing. I ain't marking this out, this volume imbalance up here because it's on the outside of our monthly box. So now this is our weekly box, and this is a weekly sell side, but it's on the outside of our box. So I'm only concerned like once we take that external liquidity, right? Then I'll start to adjust the box down. But right now, I ain't gonna mark it because I already got a weekly low marked out. Um, and then um keep in mind we got a weekly order block down here. We kind of far away from price on that too, so I ain't worried about marking that. But just keep in mind we got a weekly low there. Weekly, yes. The Cowboys just lost in overtime. Cowboys lost to Jacksonville. Yeah, I know. In overtime. Yeah, he got tipped by the receiver, and he caught it and ran it back for 6. I know Ted crying right now, and your granny. Shout out my mom and all the Cowboys fans. They heart broke right now. Cowboys just lost in overtime. The pass got tipped by the receiver. Somebody caught it and ran it back for a pick 6. That's what Junior just said. Okay, let's drop down to the daily. Keep in mind we got sell side resting down here. Let's get before I go down to there. I'll go down there. I dog it, Tim. Equilibrium. Okay. I can hide this. You have to look back. I don't need that on there. All right, so that's my weekly. Okay, below price, sell side there. All right, we took We took out buy side above this daily this consolidation here, came down, took out sell side below these equal lows right here. So we took out external buy side, took out external sell side on the weekly, right? And got down here into this weekly order block right there, closed pretty much at the mean threshold, closed at the overall equilibrium of the monthly box. So again, we're in the middle of the road as we spoke about already. Um, equilibrium for the monthly box. For the 1775. I knew I did that more than once. I knew I did that more than once. But all right, so equilibrium on the monthly. We're in the equilibrium on the monthly. We're in a deep discount on the weekly. Prices here. This the weekly low, weekly high. That's equilibrium on the weekly. Equilibrium on the monthly, right at price closure. Sell side liquidity, external sell side liquidity down here at 37, 36, 25. External weekly order block, the open of the order block. If you use the last down close candle, it'll be at the open of the order block will be at 36, 70, 75. If you use the beefiest candle in that range, the order block opening would be at 37, 37, 25. So that's right at pretty much at this low at 37, 36, 25. The opening of the beefiest candle order block is at 37, 37, 25. One point away from that sell side liquidity. If you use the last down close candle, the opening of the external order block is at 37, 36, 70, 75. That'll be right there. All right. So that's all I'm gonna mark on the weekly. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. Got an order block to the upside that I marked. Got the low, got the equilibrium. Bodies overlap. So that is it. We 50% on this order block right here. So that is all the mark on the weekly. Down to the daily. Okay. The daily low and the weekly low are the same. So I'm not gonna mark a new line. I'm just gonna mark the high for the daily from Friday's high. Right. So not that far. Okay. Below price on the daily is nothing but the low. We have external daily equal lows, relative equal lows down here, around 37.82 even. Relative equal lows at 37.82. We have This daily order block right here it's it's part inside the week, part out. So I'm gonna mark it out because it's partly internal and external, close enough for government work. So I'm gonna mark that. I'm gonna mark that out on the daily. And that right there is gonna be a bullish order block. All right now. So the bullish order block. Let me bring this over to Friday, December 23rd. Then we'll push this out a little farther so this stuff ain't overlapping. I don't like when it be overlapping and bunching up like that. All right, so we got that order block right there on the daily. Right at this sell side liquidity, external sell side. We got a daily fair value gap. That's above the daily high right there. Got a daily fair value gap that's above the daily high right there. I'm gonna go ahead and mark this. Got a breaker right here. Oh, yeah, we got a breaker right here. So let's see which one I want to mark because I don't want to mark both of them. They daily levels, but it's significant to this weekly range. So I'm gonna mark those out. And price is in a deep discount on the daily too, but I'm gonna mark those out. I'm gonna mark those out because it's significant to this weekly range. I just want to look at the PIM-dash chart to see which one, what comes first, breakers or breakers come before fair value gaps. So I'm gonna go with the breaker. I think it do. I'm gonna double check it. But I think breakers come before fair value gaps on the PIM-dash chart. But this fair value gap is lower than that breaker, so I'm probably gonna have to mark both of them. No, I'm just gonna mark the fair value gap because the fair value gap is lower. We hit the fair value gap first, and then the breaker is right around equilibrium. So I'll just remember that. I done got deep into it. When I go to leaning at the screen, you know I be deep into it. All right, we got a breaker here. See how they look if I mark both of them, if I like it or not. If I don't like them, I'm taking it off. See if it look too sloppy out. I got slapped quiet on y'all. 38.95. I got so quiet. I got so quiet on y'all. Why did that come out like that? I was watching the thing on the side. All right. So I think that'll do it. That'll do it. So that's all I want to mark right now. That's all I want to mark right now. So below price, the main thing I'm watching below price right now is this order block. We came down, tapped this mitigation block right here, watching this order block at this external liquidity right here. All right. At this external sell side. Come to see if we take this external sell side, hit this order block and move up, or if we immediately take off and hit this fair value gap in this breaker and make this an order block and come back down to it, because we came up, we got this down close candle coming into this order block right here. Right, if we get a blast off and hit this breaker, right, that'll clear this high of this right here, making this an order block, right, giving us the potential to hit that order block and go back up. If we sell off into this order block, right, sell off into this order block, then this order block thrusts us up. We may end up with some chop. I know I said we weren't going to talk about this again, but I can't help it. So, play out Michelle Tucker theory. Order block, straight to the order block. Boom. Breaker, straight to the breaker. Boom. Right, hit the breaker, blow through the order block that we make here. Go up, hit the breaker, blow through the order block, come down to 3,800. Boom. Right? Bearish activity. Order block, blow through. Breaker, blow through the order block. Boom. Bearish activity. Because when we come up here, break this high, that's an order block. Disrespect this. Bearish activity. Now, looking forward to come back to, we right there at those lows. Looking forward to come back to breaking market structure at the order block, right? Because we broke that low, right? Boom. Right there, boom. Come back to the breaking market structure and equilibrium. Back down. Take out sell side. All right. That's if we hit the breaker, come down to 3,800, come back down, take out sell side. And again, I think that'll still put us at that what we was talking about, the OTE entry. Come back down, take out that sell side. That'll still put us at an OTE entry for this bullishness to continue. All right, let's double check that, make sure. And that's a whole lot of downside right there. Yep, right there. That still put us at an OTE entry, taking out that, coming back to that order block again, taking out that sell side. Breaker, 3,800, back to breaking market structure right there. Because we go up, that's going to give us a swing high. Swing low. Right? Breaking market structure to the downside. Push back up to the breaking market structure right there at the order block. Push down, run sell side liquidity. Right? Because up, down, that's giving me bearish vibes. Now, scenario 2 going up to the breaker. That's the chop slop. Right? Push up, hit the breaker, creating the order block, come back down to the mean threshold of the order block. Well, that ain't got to be chop slop. That can be back up to the weekly order block right there. Right? It can play out like that. Breaker, order block, especially if we get a gap. Let's say we get a gap up to here, right? Let's say we get a gap up to right there. So price takes off from the equilibrium, right? Let's just say we get some weird gap up tonight and price just makes it way back to equilibrium on a daily. We push up, hit the breaker, come back down, set a low on Tuesday, right? Tuesday or Wednesday, set a low, right? Have amazing GDP numbers, right? We come to the breaker, have amazing GDP numbers, and push us all the way back up to this order block right here, right? That can be a scenario. That can be one bullish scenario, right? So we had the bearish scenario, breaker, break this low, come back to breaking market structure, sell off. I should have left it on the screen. Now, bullish. Bear with me. All right. Now, what did I just say? Oh, I said we get some weird gap up, right, at equilibrium. Breaker, because we've been selling off. Everybody just want to come in and buy and be happy. Breaker, turn around Tuesday, come back down to the mean threshold of this order block that we just made, right? Set a low on Tuesday, right? Or Wednesday. Tuesday or Wednesday, set a low. GDP numbers are just amazing. PCE numbers are just amazing. Push us up to that order block right there. Right? Bullish. Let me move it over so it ain't all chunked up inside there. All right. Now, open up here. Sell down. Give everybody and their mama a heart attack. Monday. Sell down Monday. Give everybody a heart attack. Come down. Take out the external sell side. On the come to the mean threshold of the order block. Turn around Tuesday. Turn around Tuesday. Come back up here. Right. Give us like a little nothing burger to GDP. Right. Nothing burger or down. We're just going to say nothing burger. Slide to the right. Boom. Move. Slide to the right to GDP. Then GDP and PCE are just beautiful. We push up. We're just going to say blow through the breaker. Well, let's just say we go back up to the break, go to 4,000. 4,000 right there. Go to 4,000 right at the break, top of the breaker, the fair value gap, 4,000. And boom, that's it. Bearish, and then two bullish scenarios. That's bullish one, and I mean bullish two. All right, that's it. Bearish, go up there Everybody want to come in buying because we've been selling off and everybody's sick of it and want to have a Santa Claus rally. We at equilibrium, we in a discount. Everybody jump in buying, right? Hit the breaker, sell back down. Oh, we sold too much, broke through. We got a breaking market structure to the downside, right? Let's fight back. Let's fight back a little bit. Oh no, we get some more bad news. Oh, we sell off, come back down to the OTE entry. Bearish. Bullish scenario one. Everybody come in overnight strong. We get all the way back to equilibrium. The strength continues, right? Push up, turn around Tuesday, scare everybody, make a low on the week. GDP and PCE is beautiful. Blast off, go up to this order block, right? Bullish scenario two. Get out of here, bearish. Bullish scenario two. Sell off, scare everybody and their mama. Come down between Monday, set a low, turn around Tuesday. Everybody happy again. Slide to the right, right? GDP come out. GDP good. Blast off and go to 4,000. GDP good. PCE good. Go to 4,000. Bullish scenario two. And that is it. I yield my time. What y'all talk about in the chat? What y'all talk about in the chat? How y'all feel about them scenarios? The Grinch. Yeah. We have been trading inside September's month since forever. Forever and ever, ever, and ever, ever. Right there. Right. So when we close September, opened up October, we took out, we made a yearly low, and then we wicked back up. After that, that was on so September, right here, we went up. In the beginning was the end of September. Right there, the end of September is right here, right there. So September, we opened up, we poked down, went in, came back down again. The middle of October, poked out, right? It's still within September. That's close enough for government work. Those little bodies down there, that's close enough for government work. So we poked outside of September 1, 2, 3. We was playing with it right around there, right? But we never really got outside. That's close enough for government work. This is the only time we got outside September's range and we immediately sucked back in. So we've been trading inside September's range ever since September was over. So from October 1st up until now, we had one day where we wicked outside of the range and we didn't trade outside the range because we went down and went out. Let's see how much time we spent out of there. Let's look at 4-hour candles. See if we spent any amount of time out there. Pretty much we stayed outside the range for like 4 hours and then we quickly returned back. All right, because this is a 4-hour candle here. We opened there, went down, closed there, and then on the next 4-hour candle, we quickly returned back. Look at that heavy, quickly. They said, I ain't staying out there. I'm out of here. So we just stayed outside of the range for a few hours over the past. Put it on days. Put it on days and go from October 1st. First trading day of October, right here. First trade in October to now, 54 trading days. We've been trading in that zone for 50. Hey, Linworth, get off my screen. We've been trading in that range for 54 trading days. 54 trading days. Following. Hello, private company. This is killing option. Yes, it's all this right here. All this right here. This is killing leap options right here. All of this sideways leap options are getting destroyed. If you sitting in some leaps right now, what is you doing? Getting destroyed. This is hey, I'm telling you like this right here. 2021 was the death of leap option. When 2022 started, leap options should have just exited out of your vocabulary. Unless you was playing leaps to the downside. If you was playing leaps to the downside, and I don't play like leaps to the downside, the farthest I'm gonna buy some puts is like maybe a month out. That's the farthest out I'm gonna buy some puts. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to play puts that far out. I buy them a month out at the most, and I'm buying them at the money or in the money, right? If you buy put leaps, I don't trade put leaps. If you buying put leaps, hey, you was eating this year, but I don't play put leaps. But if you trying to buy call leaps, if you're trying to buy any kind of long-term options, you know what I'm saying, during this time right here, any kind of long-term, like if you ain't just buying it for like a month to 3 months out and then getting back out, your premium on a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? Cause look at it. You go up, you go down. You go up, you go down. You go up, sideways, down. You know what I'm saying? Sideways is the death of premium. You know what I'm saying? If you got calls, these fast drops like this, killing your premium. If you got puts, fast bounce, fast rallies, kill your premium. And consolidation just bleed. Hey, Towns, get off my screen. Yep. Who knows? Could do like we did November 3rd and days following. We broke structure, but did not continue down. Maybe there was news. I don't recall. Yeah, I can't. Don't ask me to remember back to November 3rd. Michelle, you going way back. I'm 50. I can't remember that. What's up, Zay? Hey, Zay. Hey, you supposed to be tending to your wife and that baby. What you doing on live? What you doing on live? I'll call you when I get off live, my dear sir. No one told me to abandon leaps in January. No, it wasn't. It wasn't a call to abandon ship in January. The call to abandon ship. Let's go back and look at it realistically. We're gonna look at it realistic, because if y'all remember, right, I did a live with Abby, right, and if I'm not mistaken, y'all can go back and fact check me. But if I'm not mistaken, she asked me what was my outlook for 2022, right? And this was back in like, it was around Christmas time, November, December, because we had our Christmas stuff up. I was sitting in the living room, and I said, I was bullish on energy. I said I was bullish on energy. I said, I wasn't bullish on tech. I thought tech was gonna do something like late spring and summer. I was like, I want to see what tech do in a high interest rate environment, but I'm not expecting nothing out of tech until, you know what I'm saying, late spring, summertime. You know what I'm saying? And I think I said something about healthcare, but I remember I said I was bullish on energy. I wasn't bullish on tech until late spring, summertime. And I think I said something about healthcare. I can't remember what I said about healthcare, but she asked me what my take, and that was my take back then. So going back to let's put it on weekly chart, so we ain't trying to look at all of the noise, as they say. We don't want to see all of the noise. Let's go to weekly to smooth out the noise, right? So here go 2022 right here, right? This is the top of 2022, right? When we sold off here, right, and we came down here, we got this breaking market structure right there, right? No biggie, right? We came back up to this fair value gap. When we broke structure again there, that was the red flag on leaps right there. That was the red flag right there, because we came down, right? We came down, got a breaking market structure. We broke this one with some authority, right? Went below this one right here. You see, that was a stop run. This was the authority right here. This was the stop run, right? We came back up to this fair value gap, wicked off of it hard, right? Tried it again, wicked off of it hard, and then broke structure again. That right here, that structure break right there, that was the red flag. And this coming up, running these highs, right? That right there was, hey, I need to get out of here. But that wasn't until April. You see what I'm saying? So January, it still was no red flag. The red flag, the call for help was April. That was the call for help. I shouldn't be in no leaps right here. Right? That was the call to help. I shouldn't be in no leaps right there. Right? And if you were to draw this out, let's draw it out right here. Let's draw this out. This is a typical ICT move a dover. Let's do this right here. This typical ICT liquidity run. Let me make these lines fatter so y'all can see it good. This cat dog it, Tim. All right, this is a typical. I could just put this on. I really could just put this on a line chart. I don't know why I'm tripping. Let's put it on the line chart right there. Right. So the line chart look a little noisy. It look a little like too much going on. I can't really draw it. But if you notice here, we come down the high, come down the high, and then we get a raid on the highs and sell off. That's the ICT liquidity raid. You know what I'm saying? We came down, up, down, raid, drop. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, we came up here. So we came down. That's a little one right there. Come down, 1, come down, 1, another low, raid, drop. And that's around 8. That's March there. But we had the wick in April over here. Let me set it to highs and see if it show better. Since we're looking at rate and highs. Okay. There you go. It show better when you put it on rate and highs, right? So we come down, high, come down, high, come down, rate the highs, sell off, right? That's classic ICT liquidity run. You know what I'm saying? Classic ICT liquidity run right there. That was ring the alarm. I'm an underdog. Got to learn for ourselves. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. Tim, can you remember back when he started this live? Hello, Tim, can you remember back to when he started this live today? What? What you talking about, man? Get off my live, man. Not you, Tim. I had never heard of you and Jane. Oh, you ain't hear about me in January? You newbie. Get off my live. Why do you allow your structure breaks to be wicks and not candle bodies or closures? That's a good question, Kev. That's when y'all hear me saying I know y'all hear me say it all the time, right? Y'all hear me say it all the time where I when I look at the structure break, I say like right here, this breaking structure there. That's the algo saying I want to go that way, but not quite yet, right? That's a valid breaking structure, right? So out of here. So that's a valid breaking structure, right? Because price went above that high. That's a breaking market structure, right? A shift in sentiment. A temporary shift in sentiment, right? Boop. That's a bullish breaking market structure. We took buy side liquidity to the upside. But that's I want to go this way, but not quite yet. right? That's what that means to me. That's how I look at it, right? Because when you look at it on a daily, right, that day the algorithms went up, took that buy side, say, I want to go this way, but not quite yet. I still got some downside work to do. What downside work do you have to do? That's when you go in and start looking at the price, say, okay, we got a daily fair value gap that we still haven't filled, right? We got, now that's the work that need to be done. Now, how far can we go? Right? That's the downside work that need to be done. How far can we go? We got an order block right here where the algos left a breadcrumb, right? It left a breadcrumb there. We have an order block there, right? We have a mitigation block right here. The algos left another breadcrumb, right? And if you look at it overall, it's actually 3 candles. So the mean threshold of all 3 candles, body to body, 50% would be of the if you go 50% of the mitigation block, 3809. So pretty much down here a little bit below the mean threshold of the order block. So breaking, I want to go that way, not quite yet. I got some downside work I want to do, right? What downside work you got to do? We got a fair value gap that we still haven't filled. Okay, now we filled that fair value gap. We left some breadcrumbs right here. This is an order block. See this heavy distribution right here? Solid candle to the upside. This saying, I'm ready to go. I'm going to remind myself not to go much lower than this area right here because I got a big order block right there, right? Right, got a big order block right there. So, and then what makes it an order block? Because we went up and we came down to an area of support, which was an order block right here, right? Which was an order block right there. We went up, came down to an area of support, and then we had heavy distribution in the opposite direction, right? So boom, that's an order block right there. That qualifies as an order block, right? We've come back down, and then so that is a breaking market structure to the upside. But if we get a breaking market structure to the downside, like this right here with a closure below, right? We got a breaking market structure to the downside, right? With a closure below right here, right? Bearish breaking market structure to the downside. So we broke market structure there and we closed below it. That's the algo saying, I want to go this way right now, right? Okay, you want to go this way right now? How far down do you want to go? Okay, we have a fair value gap here that we haven't finished. And I left some breadcrumbs down here that I want to go back down at least to this point. Why did I want to go at least to this point? Because I made a huge fair value gap that I had to revisit, and I needed a stop sign, something to tell me when to stop going down. Long as news don't trump what I want to do, I'm going to come to this stop sign, and then I'm going to start going back up. So that breaking market structure, this is just how I see it. Breaking market structure with a closure below or above, the algos want to keep going that direction right now. Breaking market structure that wicks back inside, the algos want to go that way, but they got some work to take care in the opposite direction before continuing that way. Hopefully that helped you out. Tim, can't remember back to when he started live. This, yeah, I can't remember. When Michelle was asking me to remember back to November 3rd, man, I don't think I remember back when we started live is when Chief Motivator pulled up like this right here. He said, Hey man. I thought you was in S2F. Oh, Michelle. Oh yeah, Michelle. Was Michelle in S2F? You was in S2F, Michelle? I don't know. Hey, that's it. That's all I got, man. Anybody? 2 hours, man. Anybody got anything? Tranisha, I was, but I didn't. I don't remember. You don't remember me? You don't remember me from S2F? You must came in after I was gone. Hey, Robinson, read between the lines, my guy. Yes. Yes.
I'm finna run up this hill right here.
You about to run up the hill?
Yeah. I just let you know.
You might want to be careful running up that hill, son.
Why you say that?
Cause them cars be coming over that hill like crazy.
I mean, yeah, but like if I go to the side where they don't come, you know, down where you can see them from behind, you know what I'm saying? They can only go on one side of the road.
Well, if you're gonna run up there on the side that you drive on.
Yeah.
So that no car won't come over here not seeing you. And then when you come back down, walk back down. You know what I'm saying? You can walk down either you can walking down or running down.
Walk down.
Yeah, you can walk down either side, but run up on the side that you drive on. So you ain't, you know what I'm saying? They won't, yeah. But yeah, be careful. Sorry about that, y'all. What's up, 100? When you slid in here? Yeah, I remember you from what's the name, 100? I remember you from S2F. You're welcome. Sector. What? Oh, okay. Okay. When will you give your 2023 sector analysis? I won't. I won't, because I trying to think about all that stuff make my head hurt. But I won't give my, I don't. I try to man, my side itching. I try to stay focused. I just try to stay focused on the overall market and like what the price action saying right now. Like back when I try to like follow every sector and see what they was doing, it was too much noise in my head. So now I just focus on what the ES doing, so I can have a good handle on the overall spy. You know, I will peek in there at the sectors to see which ones are weaker or stronger at the time, so I can see how much of this bearish or bullish run is still got in the tank. Looking at, is it the heavier weighted sectors that's been doing all the heavy lifting, or have the heavy weighted sectors been like a drag when all the other light sectors been trying to pull down or push up? You know what I'm saying? I will peek at it for that, but as far as overall projections, I don't be trying to think about all that stuff no more. I ain't got no crystal ball. That's back when I was, you know what I'm saying, all on the hype train of people trying to predict they crystal balls and all that. You know what I'm saying? If I made you money, put one in the chat and all kind of stuff. No, I ain't on that stuff no more. I don't remember nobody from S2L. I was just like, I don't know. You probably was in the back. Your name probably wasn't even Michelle Tucker. You know what I'm saying? It might have been Vitamin Water. How y'all be having all these different names on here? She must be new there. Much as Kiki and PDub and Lex used to cuss me out in the chat, and much as me and what Kiki's sidekick name was that couldn't stand me. She couldn't stand me. Matter of fact, she the reason why I finally left S2F. Because she told me I couldn't figure out how to leave. And she was like, all you got to do, it was like one night. We was on a private Zoom call. We was on a private Zoom call. Kiki had called like a few people because she was trying to, somebody had reached out to her about doing something, and she was trying to find some people who was interested in trying it with some algorithm, some bots or something like that. And Liz, that's her name, she was on there. She's like, I thought you left. And I was like, I tried to. I couldn't figure out how to leave. She's like, well, all you got to do is this. I was gone the next day. Out of there. She couldn't stand me. I ain't stunned you, Tranisha. Get off my live. Was on just like good. How you don't remember me? I'm trying to figure out how you don't remember me. You all know I guess you was front and center. I guess you was front and center, my guy. Fact, I was in the front. You feel me? 100, 100 already know the lit we 100, you got a back test. Get your feet low. You gotta you gotta do all this right here. That's it, man. Everybody know what's up. Shout out, man. I love my whole family, man. I ain't got no beef with nobody. I tell you, man, let me come on full screen to say this right here. And I ain't drudging up no what you say? You be at the table asking all your questions. I remember you tell was the loud one in the chat. Hey, look here. Tell USA getting ready to go long. Tesla almost at 147. Yeah, Tesla been melting down there. Let me say this real quick. Let me stop reading these comments. Hey, I never knew like all of the strife and the drama that came with the investor community, cause hey, I was sucked in on the prosperity train. I was sucked in on the brother love and for the culture and doing this for my people. I was sucked in. I was like, man, finally, I done got somewhat when I was in music, dog eat dog. When I was doing graphics, dog eat dog. When I was doing websites, dog eat dog. When I started doing gospel music, dog eat dog. Gospel music worse than secular music, if you want to call it that. Oh my goodness, dog eat dog. When I started doing video and photography, dog eat dog. I say, man, it ain't no such thing as Rodney King. We can't all get along doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then I start seeing all of the, hey, I'm doing it for the culture. I'm doing it for the community. I want everybody to win. I want to change generational wealth gaps. I want to do this. And I'm like, oh, take me to the king. Oh, I done found it. And then, man, when I tell you backbiting, salt dropping, snowing, Willie Clough pulling over the eyes, taking advantage of, man. If you can think it, I done seen it in the investing community, right? But if you ain't did me nothing, I ain't got no beef with you. You know what I'm saying? If you a dirty dog, say you a dirty dog, and I know what to expect from you, and we can keep it moving. I'm either gonna keep you far or keep you close. I don't hold no ill will for nobody. You know what I'm saying? All my people, still my people. You know what I'm saying? I ran into Kiki, Charles, Larry. I ran into all three of them in Atlanta. I ain't got no problem with nobody. You know, I don't think nobody got a problem with Charles. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I ran to everybody, hugging everybody, what's up, dapping everybody. I ain't got no problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of foolishness that go on in this community, man. Stay focused on what your mission is. Forget about what's going on with people over there and people over there. Like they say, block out the noise. Don't just make it a catchphrase. Actually do it. Block out the noise. Focus on your goal and execute, man. Because guess what? What them people eat don't make nothing drop in your pot. My uncle used to say, what you eat ain't gonna make me sugar, honey, iced tea. You feel me? He said, what you eat ain't gonna make me. So focus on doing you, man. Focus on doing you. Stress-free. Financially independent early. We ain't trying to be stressed. We here to accomplish a goal. Get you a pair of scissors, and when people starting to pull on you and weigh you down, snip the string. Keep them at a distance. Love them from a distance. Pray for them if you are the praying sort. I ain't trying to force my beliefs on nobody. If you don't believe in praying, you don't believe in Christ, you don't believe in all that, I jalapize. But I do. Do whatever you choose to do for your enemies. Cut them off, man. And let's get to the money. Shout out Chaswick. We're going to build a new Wakanda together. Yeah, man. Hey, man, I'll see y'all in the morning. What you say? Too many people be in other people's lanes. That's it. That's it. That's what it is. So I need a chainsaw. Hey, come here, Robinson. Come here. Let me tell you something. Come here. I ain't never came to your house and made you tap into my live. I'm just going to drop that off. You can do with it what you will. I mean, in and out, do the work. What is it? Oh, that's Stocks to Freedom. That's a Discord community I used to be in back in the day. Ran by Kiki Williams. Me and Kiki still cool. We still cool to this day. I ain't got no issue. Kiki ain't never did nothing to me. There's some other people in the community that had a big falling out with Kiki. Everybody remember back when I was on the live and it was all this craziness, and we was like, look, man, when Tim come on live talk about foolishness, it's 200 people on the live. But when he come on, this is what the true Spider Gang was saying. They were like, look, man, this man come on live dropping knowledge every day. It be 40 people on here, 30 people, 40 at the most. This man come on, talk about some foolishness he ain't got nothing to do with, and it's 2 people on here. Drummer sells. And Zay called me. Zay was like, man, if you don't get off this live, I said, you know what, you're right. Ended the live, deleted the video, because drummer sell, man. But I ain't got no issue with nobody. I'm still cool with everybody that was in all of that little ball of wax. Some of the people, you know what I'm saying? Some of the people don't rock with me no more. I'm not mad. I'm 50 years old. I don't care if they don't rock with me no more, but I don't have an issue with them. You know what I'm saying? They probably keeping me at a distance. They may feel like I'm an issue. That's cool. But I ain't got no beef with them. That is all. You say must see TV towels, must see TV. Wakanda forever. You feel me? Hey, Chief, we're gonna try to get you probation, so change your face. What? Oh, Chief, you told us. You talking about when he pulled up? You talking about when he pulled up? Man, that was hilarious. I need to go in there and clip out that little piece of Chief when he saw himself on live and make it a gift. I appreciate you, Tranisha. I appreciate you, Stacks. I appreciate you, Kev, FC, 100. Who else in here? Towns, here to learn and share. Who else in here? Robinson, Seawalk, Michelle Tucker, RM. Yes, Gift Wars with Boyd. Who else in here? Rich Genius. I appreciate you. I appreciate all y'all, man. Hey, y'all overloading the chat with the same faces now. I ain't mad at y'all. I'm tired of scrolling. Y'all blowing it. Zay, the homie Zay. Private Company. Linworth. Appreciate you. Marcia. Appreciate you. Did I say you, Stacks? I did say you, Stacks. Chief. What's up, Chief? Chief, you want to pull up? Hey, with that, man, we gonna call We gonna call it, man. With that, we gonna call it. I got to get back out. I got to get back out to the store real quick and do some stuff. It's cold in Columbus, Georgia, man. I appreciate y'all. I see y'all at 9 o'clock for the overnight price. Hexion. Till then, enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Gone.